Beautiful, beautiful morning in Sylacauga, 67 degrees. Man, it'll put a spring in your step this morning. And it don't take much to put a spring in the step of J. Patrick McDonald. He joined us this morning from Safe Southern Dance and Performance. And Patrick, good morning to you, sir.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
And it's good to be anywhere at my age, you know. But, you know, we've had a very successful summer with theater here in town and out of town as well.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit, recap a little bit for us.
Well, we actually ended up doing 2 shows this summer. We did Aristocats early on in the summer with our kids production, and then we took Our Town on the road. It's a play that was written by Thornton Wilder back 1920s, 1930s. And we went down, opened in Dadeville at their Performing Arts Center down there, did a weekend down there, and then came up here.
First time y'all have done that, right?
It's the first time we've traveled anywhere, so we were really excited to do that. And then we came up to Childersburg the next weekend and had successful shows up there. It turned out that my heart was always that I would love to do another show here in Sylacauga. Finding a good indoor space just is kind of difficult here for the size crowds that we want. And so what we did is said, hey, let's go and put this thing in the park. And so we are offering a free show on Saturday, this Saturday, August 12th.
You say free?
Free,
Wow.
absolutely free. No strings attached, no guards at the gate, just come and bring your lawn chair, set up in front of the pavilion at 6 o'clock. We're going to start, and we're going to perform Our Town out in the middle of the park.
Anybody that's ever wanted to see theater, you can see it outdoors, under the stars, and you know, these theater productions, it takes a lot of work. It's not just something you throw together. And a lot of people talk about, well, I'd like to see it. Well, they've got an opportunity to see it now and it won't cost them anything.
Absolutely. Yeah, and all of it is because we love Our Town. Not just the show. We love Our Town of Sylacauga. We're Sylacauga's dance and performing arts company, and so we want to get people out there. We want people to see what we're doing. If you haven't come to see one of our shows in a while, it's a great time to come and see us in the park.
All right, talk about what happens with Our Town.
Well, in Our Town, what it is, it's a slice of life theater. And so you get involved with the characters. You have a character who's called Stage Manager, who is talking to the audience most of the time. It's a really rare show. Most of the time, the people on the stage have what's called the fourth wall, which is an invisible wall between them and the audience, where they say, okay, everything that is happening to us is happening back here. But in Our Town, we break the fourth wall constantly. And this one, we actually programmed it to be what we are calling immersive. So a lot of the action is taking place in the audience, and a lot of the audience is participating in the show. So don't be scared. We're not going to ask you to read lines or anything,
right.
But it's just a way that everybody is involved in the show, and it is Americana at the early 1900s, where you really kind of live through these characters' lives.
Now, main characters, let's talk about them.
Well, I guess the stage manager is probably the one they'll be the most familiar with, because he's up there and talking to the most of the time. We have Emily Webb and George Gibbs, who are the main lovers of the show. The story kind of revolves around them and their families through their marriage and through their life together, how they court and how they get interested in each other and all of these things, and carry it on all the way through their life. And so you really see that slice of life. It is a show that is powerful, and you know, if I do say so myself, our actors have really risen to the challenge. I mean, we found things in there that Wilder wrote that have just absolutely delighted us as we're putting it together, and it's going to delight the audience too.
Can you add a little more spunk to it? being an outside event than you would an inside event?
Well, it comes with its own set of adrenaline, I think. You know, what we're going to be doing, fortunately, we've got the tech to be able to do it. So you shouldn't have any trouble hearing outside.
Right.
Our actors are projecting well, but we're also going to mic them so that everybody can hear. And there is that excitement of being out there, and you can't control the environment. If I'm in an auditorium or if I'm in a small space, I can control that environment.
Sure.
But we're in Central Park. We're going to have trains going by. We're liable to have cars going by, or there's no telling what's going to happen. And so we have to roll with that as well.
We have to add to it.
Sure,
you know?
we have to play it. So, you know, there could be things that even we're not expecting. I'm certain that there will be, and so we're really excited to get out and actually perform the show in the park.
You know, usually about this point in my interview with y'all, I'll usually say, now, what about tickets? Where do you get tickets? There's no tickets.
There are no tickets. I'm sorry. You can still call us, but there are no tickets. Just show up with your lawn chairs and come in. Now, obviously, if people come and they say, hey, I want to be involved with this, we are signing up sponsors for our next season right now. And so there are opportunities for you to invest in this program. We've got Harvey coming up. We'll be performing it in October, auditioning it in about 2 weeks on August 28th and 29th.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll be doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella over in March. And we've got a fabulous season. We'll be doing Annie Kids over in the summer for our kids presentation next summer. So it's going to be a full season this year. And it would be a great thing if you've got a business to attach your name to as a sponsor. You can call the office 256-245-1669. I did write that down today. But give them a call. Tell them you'd like to find out some sponsorship levels for the season, and they can tell you what all the perks are for being a sponsor.
No doubt about it. J. Patrick McDonald with us this morning, and our time. Now, again, it's going to be outside venue at Central Park, right across from Bluebell, and Saturday?
Saturday,
yeah.
6 o'clock. We will start promptly at 6, and that way the nice thing about it is that the fading light of the day is going to actually give us the natural light that we want for the show. So we'll have some light enhancement, but that natural light is going to really help us out.
Yeah, it's beginning to get darker a little bit earlier, right. You know, and everybody looking forward to this coming up Saturday at Central Park. And as we say, there's not a bad seat in that house for sure.
No, if there is, just slide your lawn chair over a bit and it'll be okay.
Yeah. Now, coming up this fall, I want to touch on that in just a minute. The clock never stops. It just keeps on going. And this fall, you've got big plans for the organization.
Absolutely. You know, in addition, we're a teaching theater, so we're always in the middle of preparing something. The Dance and Performing Arts Company, they teach dance. They're signing up for dance right now. We're signing up for musical theater classes for people to come in and learn. But our next show is Harvey. It's going to be a stage play. It will be offered to the schools as a school show as well, just like we have been normally doing. And we'll be performing that at B.B. Comer Auditorium, high school auditorium there at the high school. It is a delightful play. We'll be putting more press releases out about it as time draws near, but I didn't want to steal any thunder as far as giving synopses, because I wouldn't want you to think there's a 6-foot invisible rabbit in our town, because there's not. But Harvey, if you haven't seen the show, if you haven't seen the movie, I invite you to go out and look at that, and I think you're going to be really excited about having that on stage here in Sylacauga.
So for people who have questions, or maybe you kind of scratched their thought pattern is, well, you know, I might want to be a part of this. What do they need to do?
Well, you know, awesome. What you do is go out and follow us on Facebook at Southern Dance and Performing Arts. That's probably the best place because we post all of our announcements there. We are already signing up auditions for Harvey because we'll audition on the 28th and 29th, and we will begin rehearsal immediately after Labor Day. So it's going to be a very fast turnaround for the show. You sign up for an audition slot, you come in, you audition. It's going to be pretty much cold reads. There's no singing, there's no dancing, there is just acting. So it'll be cold reads during the audition and kind of interviewing you, figuring out where you could fit in. So if you've ever wanted to try, Harvey's a great show to start with because you don't have to have that full suite of, you know, going into a room and learning a dance and showing me how you can sing. If you don't think you can sing worth a flip, this is the show for you.
That's
Harvey,
for me then.
Yeah. Harvey will let you do it.
You know, you have seen, and Amy has seen, kids that started out in this several years ago, and you've seen them mature.
Oh yeah.
And you've seen them. You got to say, wow, look at this.
You know, it amazes me, but then it doesn't amaze me because we get kids, we even get adults who come in, and their voices are really kind of shy. They don't really want to be seen. A lot of actors are really shy people in real life. But when they get out on stage, the characters start coming through, and then they learn how to play that character in the rest of their life. They learn how to be the character when they're given presentations at work.
It's them.
It is. It becomes them, or they step into that, and so they find that they can deal with that shyness or that bashfulness just by coming in and becoming a character in front of other people.
Wow, fantastic. All right, it's coming up Saturday, Our Town at Central Park across from Bluebell, and you don't want to miss it. Absolutely free. You got friends coming into town for the weekend. Get them there, and you will be glad that you did. J. Patrick McDonald with us this morning. So good to see you again this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Keep up the good work. We'll talk again soon.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, more Daybreak coming up right after you. Watch this.